Transformers, robots in disguise.
Wrong show.
We got Transformers Prime today.
Oh, well, let me guess. Carl Weiser is hosting this?
No, I just wanted to make a funny intro, come on, but it's alright. So today, we're talking about Transformers Prime, one of my favorite 3 Transformers shows, along with animated and Rescue Bots.
Yes, same here. In fact, like, what do you call it? This is like, well, this is fully CGI. Even though, like, other Transformers shows, like Armada, Sabotage, whatever, had, like, the Transformers and CG, but the other characters are, like, anime, but this one's full computer CGI. It's so good. And they did so good in 2010. Even though there are some errors here and there, but I still appreciate the work they put in. Oh, dang it.
Alright.
Okay, so...
I heard everything you said while I was muted, so I agree with Christian what he said, everything. And I gotta say, this has to be one of the greatest Transformers shows because I first saw this at Hub.
Of course, that's where it all started.
The Hub Network was a beauty channel. It was fucking amazing. It had Dan Versus, Transformers Rescue Bots, My Little Pony.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dan Versus. What was it? Pound Puppies, Goosebumps, the TV show.
Stretch Out 2012, but unfortunately the name changed. I don't know when, but it's now Discovery Kids. No, it's Discovery Family.
Discovery Family. Oh yeah, but I gotta say, I just like the action and like all the moments from like this. Like the episodes were like really good.
Yeah, and it's also partially dark.
It is, yeah, especially like once you get to the movies, like, oh yeah, but it was surprisingly good at the end.
Right, yeah. Even though it's dark, I do appreciate the episodes and even the music itself. I love how it's all orchestra.
Exactly, especially the theme song of it.
Yeah, and it plays in almost every episode, like parts here and there. It's just really great. If you listen to the whole theme song, it's like 4 or 3 minutes. It's absolute beauty, and it almost makes you want to cry.
It's like what Homeland would say. It was just perfect. Everything about it was just perfect. Yeah. Now, with the first episode, I gotta say, it was kind of confusing at first because it came in parts. Because the first episode was practically like 5 parts because of the Darkness Rising. It was part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5. That's all.
I think they're supposed to like make it a movie, but they just do it in parts just because. But I mean, that's what they wanted to do. But yeah, that was a pretty. Even though I got Roku now and I started watching Transformers Prime, I stopped it because I was watching something else. But yeah, I started watching Darkness Rising, and yeah, it's a great start to introducing the Autobots and the other characters we get to know.
Exactly.
Of course, there's one that got cut off, but we'll mention him in a minute.
But yeah, I just gotta say, because I already explained my opinions, and then, alright, would you like to go to the first, part of episodes?
Yeah, Stardust Rising, of course, introduces, the 6 Autobots, 5 are now, because one of them, which,
you could say his name, but not the actor yet. But go ahead.
Alright, got it. So, Cliff Jumper, of course, is one of the original Autobots from the 80s, and, of course, he started, beginning of the episode, wanted to fight some Decepticons until he got, like, beamed down, and then he was later killed by a Decepticon, and, yeah, that's why now there's 5 of the Autobots, because since he got killed, which upsets me. What I would have done with, have him stick around for a few episodes, because like the other humans that they meet later didn't meet Cliff Jumper. Maybe like get to meet him, and then later on he will get killed, and then that's where they like get mournful and stuff. So I think they should have went with that. But I mean, hey, that's what they want to do and stuff. But that's just upsetting for fans that Cliff Jumper only appeared for like a few minutes.
Yeah, and if it's correct over here, and like in the later episodes, he did eventually become a zombie.
Yeah, because of Dark Energon with Megatron brought.
Yikes! But I gotta say, the humans getting introduced to the Autobots, it was kind of like weird at first, because again, it kind of reminds me of the start of Transformers anime, with Starry meeting the Autobots for the first time. Well, meeting Bumblebee for the first time, and then just hiding it in secret, but learn to like control a little bit. And the same thing with Rescue Bots, you know, except the Chief already knew about the Autobots, but the rest didn't.
Yeah, they pretend to be robots because they're called rescue bots and stuff. So, but not until like a couple seasons later that they decide to like reveal themselves. Because there's one episode that there's like some alien species invading Griffin Rock, and then like the one character was like do you want to join us or something like that, or whatever, I don't remember. Then Heatwave decided to like speak up and say that he's an alien too and stuff. So that's where they decided to keep secret.
Yeah, but overall, for the first couple of episodes that was supposed to be a movie, supposedly, it was a really good start in my opinion. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Even though I'm not a fan of other parts, I prefer like 2 or 3 parts, but the fact that it's a 5-parter, I get what they're going with, but could have eased it down a bit. But I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I agree, 10 out of 10.
Let's see here. Now let me find the episode I was trying for. Yeah. Let's see here. Was it this episode? Hold on, I'm just trying to. Well, while I find this episode, you go talk about the, an episode you want to talk about, Christian.
Okay, hang on one sec. I have an episode.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Scrap Heap is where Bumblebee and Bulkhead find a big metal polythene in the Antarctic, and they let it melt until like it starts to break open and reveal to be a little species from Cybertron called Scrap Blitz that eat metal, especially Cybertronian metal. And also RC and Optimus are like in the Antarctic, like searching more stuff about the pod, but they're stuck because the Scrabbles messed up with the systems and they can't get back.
Oh wait, I remember this one episode where Ratchet was taking something that made him stronger and eventually knocked out, like, you know, Bulkhead to like the next room.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Stronger and faster. Synthetic energon. I think it has something to do with Bulkhead making that because since it was hard, but we'll get to that in a sec. But yeah. And not only is making him stronger, but it's also making him egotistic. Like, think he's better than everyone. He also snapped at Optimus, but Optimus is calm enough to like make him like go back. But I found out there's supposed to be a deleted scene where he actually brought up Elite 1, and that's where Optimus decided to snap, but they left it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you call it?
Anyway, back to the bonus smart thing. I forgot how he became smart. It must have been some kind of device, but because of that, Bulkhead became genius and stuff, and that's where he decided to make the formula for synthetic energon and stuff. But later on, he decided to go back to normal and stuff. So it was a pretty decent episode. But I love the part where Knockout was trying to like find humans and Bulkhead, and then he brought a mop with a paint and decided to like paint a symbol on Knockout. It's like, you painted my paint job. Prepare for surgery.
Yes, and that's where the meme came from. Because this one YouTube video I saw years ago, it was, you painted my paint job, and then it shows Timmy's done Tinkelberg.
Yeah, because you know Darren Norris. But anyway,
I gotta say that was a good episode. Now the episode I was trying to find, I actually found it. It was episode 10. Was Deus Ex like Machina?
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, that's the first appearance of Knockout and Breakdown.
Oh.
So yeah, basically Bulkhead discovers the location of the energon harvester, and the race is on to make sure that the Decepticons don't get their hands on it. But while all this, the humans, get onto this because they're trying to like rob a museum, like the Decepticons, to find the artifact they want to get for the energon. But I gotta say, the first interaction with Starscream and Knockout can't be forgettable, especially Starscream questioning like Knockout why he chose to be a car and not like a plane or anything like that.
Yeah, because he's all about like nice cars and stuff. Because the Decepticons are normally flight vehicles, but there are some exceptions. Like the Viacons are actually cars, but what are you gonna do? And then Breakdown, he's also a world vehicle. But yeah, I like that duel and stuff. And we'll talk about them later. But another episode I want to bring up is called Predatory, which focuses on Jack and mainly RC, where she runs into our old rival named Arachnid, which is a version of Black Arachnia, but she killed her old partner, Tailgate, which gave RC a little bit of trauma and PTSD, but eventually she fought her and stuff and accepted Jack as her partner, well, junior partner.
Dang. Yeah. Let's see here. If I'm not mistaken, I think she also killed Breakdown in later episodes.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it that one guy that's supposed to like Clancy Brown?
Oh, no, wait. So yeah, she did kill him, but then the character you're talking about, was it Silas? Yeah, that was his name. His researchers found the body, and then he put his body into the Decepticon body, which he could control now.
Right. There's also one that involved Arachnid, Breakdown, RC, and Bulkhead, and also Jack's mom, June Darby. But they found an artifact that can attract metal. But during the clash, RC and Bulkhead accidentally ended up magnetized to each other, so they have to get back while being stuck. And then eventually they got freed, and then they defeated both Arachnid and Breakdown, and then later on they're the ones that got on each other's back. What else? There's also second line where Atlas got the Cyberpunk plague where he got all sick and stuff, and Bumblebee has to.
Yeah.
And then later episode, because Megatron is now in Bumblebee's mind because of the wavelength thing. He's not like controlling his thoughts and stuff. I had to find a way to like get him out of his head.
I don't know which episode it was, but I remember Starscream was having a dream where all the Decepticon troopers were like cheering him out, and he was dancing.
Oh yeah, and Megatron was in his mind too. And it was like, "All hail Starscream! This should be juicy."
Yeah.
Classic. What was the episode with the first appearance of Smokescreen?
Okay, let me search it up right now. And yeah, I did actually like Smokescreen's design of that one. It was really good.
Do you like that or his later redesign in Rise of the Beast? Beast War Hunters. God dang it! There's so many Beast variations.
I just prefer Prime because his design was badass in my opinion in this version.
Either or can work.
So the first appearance of Smokescreen is Inside Job. Oh no, actually no, it wasn't. It was New Recruit. My fault. New Recruit.
All right, gotcha.
But yeah, I gotta say, at first Bulkhead was skeptical of like Smokescreen. Like they didn't have the goodest relationship, like friendship basically, but he learned to accept him.
And there's also a three-parter Ryan Pax where Optimus is brainwashed as Lewis is married and thinking that he's a Ryan Pax, and then Megatron convinced him that he's a Decepticon. Even like posted his Autobot logos with the Decepticon logos. Then eventually he got his memory back.
You know, with the logos, people question why Starscream is purple for like the Decepticons. People question that.
I thought it was red, the way it looked.
Like red, yeah. But people are like questioning about that. Why is it not purple but red? I don't know. Don't ask me, but still, it's questionable. But
there's also one called Nemesis Prime, where Silas, the character we talked about earlier, decided to make a clone of Optimus, and he's the one piloting it to like frame him to like doing stuff that he would never do.
Yeah. Yikes.
Which was the episode where they break into a museum?
That's the one with Knockout's first appearance.
Alright, thank you.
I call it. Do you just want to go to the movie?
Is that the Beast Wars movie?
It's called Beast Hunters Predacons Rising.
Right, Predacons Rising. Yes. Yeah, we should go ahead and get to that, and then we'll talk about the casted characters.
Okay, so go on. When you first saw the movie, what are your thoughts?
It was pretty dope, and the fact that, or was it an episode before that where Bumblebee got his voice back?
It was actually an episode where he got his voice back. I was like, yeah, now Bumblebee can talk, but I don't mind like the beep boop boop and all that, but still, he got his voice back.
Well, because they're at a thing in space, and Megatron like shot Bumblebee in his chest, and then he died, and he fell into Megatron a healer thing, and then you hear Megatron, and then Megatron gets stabbed with his own sword, and he's like, "You took my voice. I'll never let you take anything from me again," or something like that. And then Megatron got killed, and then Bumblebee, another one can go beep boop 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 anymore.
Yeah, and that lead up to the scene from the Bumblebee movie where Blitzwing did that to him.
Right, but anyway, yeah, back to the movie. So it's all about Predacons and their leader, the Predaking, and then like stopping Megatron possessed by a Unicron and all that. It was an epic battle, but yeah, it was pretty a good movie. And Megatron turned to the good side after turned back to normal because reasons, and then Optimus sacrificed himself to Primus, and then also that one Knockout came good as a whole. Like stuff to talk about, but
yeah,
it's still a great movie.
It is a great movie, especially the Knockout part, because after all this time, he was getting tired of Starscream's crap, like always insulting him, thinking he was better than him and anything, and then he just got tired of it and attacked him. I was like, whoa. And then the ending where I see him with the Autobots, I was like, this is a good ending.
Yeah.
And yeah, now to the cast. Alright, first with the cast, of course, we got the top dog himself, Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime.
Yep, my introduction to Peter Cullen was Transformers 2007, sadly by Michael Bay, but I still give him credit for allowing me to introduce Transformers to that movie. But anyway, so yeah, I like this version of Optimus because he's very wise and very serious, but a very good way. I like his design and the show. It's pretty awesome. What's also a fact I found out in the episode, and before the end credits start, it said like in memory of what was his brother's name?
Oh yeah, because I do remember that episode too. So like, hold on. Go back here. His name was
Larry Cullen. So yeah, it was a dedication to him, and the reason it's so special because he actually based Optimus's voice by his own brother's voice. So that's what I really like.
Yeah, because I saw this in an interview where he was basically talking about the auditions for like Transformers, because he was saying this to a crowd, and then when he was going for the auditions, his brother gave him this quote, and he was just remembering that quote from his head that he uses his brother voice for like the audition. I'm so glad he did, because now he's just like the proud voice of Optimus Prime today.
Yeah, and that's why we all know that voice by heart, because of the Transformers, Transformers Bayverse, Prime, and also, well, what's the guys, 2015 and Rescue Bots. Oh, and also Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast.
Exactly. Because with me, I first got introduced to Peter Cullen's Optimus and G1. But yeah, proud to see him again for like Prime. And yeah, again, what no doubt it's a 1000, like affinity for that fact.
Yeah, but what do you think about his redesign later on, where he got killed temporarily, but then Smokescreen used Madness Hammer or Albatron Hammer, whatever, to fix him up?
It's okay. Like, I don't have no problem. It's whatever they could do.
Yeah, but I still like the original design better. But yes, of course, infinity to good old Colin. Alright, now my introduction to Jeffrey Combs, Ratchet. Yeah, his voice is so unique. And it reminds me a little bit of Dwight Schultz's Dr. Animal and Mundell a little bit, the way his voice is.
You could say it like that, yeah. And then, it's a little difference from Corey Burton's Ratchet from animated. You see the difference a little bit, but yeah, this was also my introduction to Jeffrey Combs, because then I would get introduced to him in Benton Omniverse and TMNT 2012.
Yeah, I also, I noticed his voice in a game in Justice 2 where he voiced Brainiac. Wait, is that Ratchet? Holy crap! And then I found out that he was in a movie I never heard of. Was it in the 80s or 90s? I can't remember. It's called Reanimated. He voiced some scientist dude, who likes breaking pencils, and then he found a way to, revive the dead with a special formula. He also, chopped out his boss's head, and, yeah, this whole thing. But, you should look it up, but, yeah, Jeffrey Combs has this voice, especially with Ratchet. Whenever Bulkhead breaks something, or anyone else, he's like, I needed that!
Yeah, and I remember this one episode where, Knockout basically captured Ratchet, and he would call him, Medic Bots. I was like, oh, don't even call him Ratchet, okay, then. Because he's not technically...
And what was the episode that, he started working with, Megatron?
Okay, now that I have to go back here, Ratchet, Megatron. That would be the episode... Hold on. Was it this episode? Hold on. Oh, hold on, I got it. Let me just type it here. I think that's how you spelled, yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the private chat so you can see it for later. There we go.
Persuasion. Alright. I think it has something to do with, rebuilding Megalod, because, Ratchet wants to go home to the Cybertron, and there also one episode that he got upset that they had to destroy Megalod, for some reason, but yeah, I don't blame him for being upset, but yeah, I still like Ratchet, this version. I like his design, I love the voice that he is given. I give him a 10 out of 10.
Same here.
Next is RC, voiced by Sumali Montano.
Yeah, so
she is radical in this one. She is characterized as a trained fighter or something like that. But yeah, she rocks. And she almost took some inspiration from Transformers and Prowl because of the motorcycle thing, but I still like this one. And this was my introduction to Sumali. And in other words, she's doing Casa Grandes and whatnot, but yeah, I love this version of RC. And she had a lot of trauma, her partners got killed, Tailgate and Cliffjumper, and then she had a little PTSD with Arachnid, because of what she saw, because she's the one who killed Tailgate, and then on Decepticon Starscream, she found out later was the one who killed Cliffjumper, so she got upset with that. But yeah, Sumali voicing RC, she does perfect. Alright, I don't know if you were hearing me about RC earlier.
I did. No, you were explaining how she's prowling away from Transformers.
Yeah, and I was also explaining that she had a lot of trauma and PTSD, with her partners getting killed and with a Decepticon named Arachnid and stuff. But also, oh yeah, okay, now I remember. Sumali voiced RC really well. She puts a lot of effort and emotion into her voice. Whenever she's upset or sad and whatever, she does really good. So they did a perfect job casting Sumali as RC.
Yes, because the first time I got introduced to RC was Transformers Animated, where she's voiced by her first actor, Suzanne Blue. Gotta say, that version was kind of okay. They didn't show much of the character, although it did show a past with her and Ratchet with Lockdown.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Now this was by far my top favorite RC. So, and Infinity.
Yeah, Infinity as well.
All right, next up, Kevin Bucka Richardson as Bulkhead. This is even though you would say this is his second Transformers appearance, this is technically his third because his first ever appearance was in Transformers Energon, where he was a helicopter.
Yeah, and here's the thing though, with this version of Bulkhead, he's more wise and kind of like the second leader, because in anime he's kind of like the goofball a little bit with Bumblebee.
Yeah, even though sometimes he is a little dull-headed, but he's still a great Autobot, and he's now like part of the Wreckers. That's an Autobot thing, but now this one he's part of the Wreckers. And of course, very similar to Transformers Animated, they're both green and then wide and then tall, and then they have their wrecking ball. Of course, Transformers Prime doesn't have the rope against the or chain, whatever, to the wrecking ball. It's just like part of his hand, and he has an arm cannon, which Anime Boca didn't have.
Yeah.
And also, they both have human female partners with Boca and Zari animated, and then Prime, which is Miko.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love this version. Like, I can't like figure out which one will be my top one, but what the heck, Kevin is my top Bulkhead because I love his voice. I love how he's awesome. But yeah, I wish I had it. Well, I technically did have a toy of him. It was a mini version, and he was blue, but I lost him. And when I was a kid, I actually broke out the arm cannon peg thing that's stuck on there. So, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I really love this version of Bulkhead Infinity.
For me, I gotta go with Bill because this is my child. Listen, Kevin does a good job, but what I just find good with Bill is like he's very funny with Bulkhead. Listen, I get mad respect for Kevin, but it's just fine.
Yeah, and what's awesome is that he made a reappearance in World's Guys 2015. They redesigned him a tiny bit, but I still prefer Primes because it's a lot more unique.
Yep. Alright, next up, the Bumblebee. He's a Bumblebee himself.
Yeah, so it's another iteration where he lost his voice, but instead of talking to radio, he talks in beeps, and almost every character can understand him, including a human, which is his buddy, Raph. Which I don't know how he can understand him, but he just does.
You know what his voice kind of reminds me of? A little bit of Wall-E.
You could say that. Yeah, I definitely hear it.
Yeah, but...
Why? Bumblebee. But yeah.
No, I was about to say, I did, when he actually got his voice back, I was really, glad that Will Friedle got to return, because the first time I saw Will Friedle play, Bumblebee was actually in Transformers Rescue Bots. I was like, oh, cool.
Well, actually, here's the thing, though. And they kind of contradict it. I think, that part where he got his voice back was taking place after, Transformers Prime events where he got his voice back, so that's why that happened. And then when he said he got a new team, that's like in between with Robots in Disguise, since he's the leader now.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta say, Will Friedle is one of my favorites for Bumblebee. The top one for me is Bubba Robinson.
Me too. It could go either or, but of course, I got introduced to Will Friedle and Kim Possible way before I knew that was him. And was he in Teen Titans, or what? Am I thinking of Will Wheaton?
What, for what? What'd you say?
Did Will Friedle appear in Teen Titans, or am I thinking of Will Wheaton?
Well, technically, he appeared in... Well, no, yeah, Will Friedle did appear in the original Teen Titans as Fang, Kitty's boyfriend.
Right, yes. I forgot that he voiced him. Yeah, he's very good.
And then Teen Titans, he voiced Kid Flash.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, this movie is pretty awesome. I kind of like the version in Project Ice 2015, but I still prefer the Prime one and a little bit of Rescue Bot one. So for this one, 10 out of 10 / infinity.
Well, with my opinion, yeah, before going, my first introduction to Will Friedle was both Batman Beyond with Terry McGinnis, and then Benton Alien Force, where he plays Gwen's brother Ken. Gwen. Kevin made that reference.
Yeah, it's your parents' name, Sven and Jen. I'm talking to you, Ben.
Yeah, but I do like Will Friedle's version, because other than Bubba Robinson's version, when he's like kind of the childish like Autobot, Will Friedle makes his Bumblebee like a soldier kind of guy. Like I like that.
Yeah, me too. Alright, next up, human characters. I'll start off with Jack Darby, voiced by Josh Keaton.
So yeah, I do believe this was one of my introductions to him before I knew he played Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too. And also I got introduced to him as Green Lantern.
Oh wait, no. Okay, I actually got introduced to Josh Keaton in the original Ben 10. What do you call it? Remember the episode where when Ben and Max turned to like little kids or something like that, and then he voiced that guy with the green shirts?
Oh, right, the one that actually is over 100 years old, because he had the effects of the Fountain of Youth. So yeah, he's an immortal. Well, not because they got destroyed.
And he also voiced that guy in the original series. Remember when Ben's Aliens, Walnuts, Forearms, and he blast guy into a kids show, and then he was mad? And he voiced that one guy that was doing all the autographs.
Oh right, Tim Dean.
Yeah, but
right.
But I think with Josh Keaton's performance as Jack, he did really good. Just playing him as because in the beginning, Jack was just one of those whatever kids, not emo, but didn't care that much until he met the team.
Right, and then he has a girlfriend that don't appear much. I forget her name, but Sierra. But yeah, he's still an alright character. They being partnered up with RC with Warsaw and stuff. I was hesitant first, but over time, they became good friends, and that's what I like about it.
Agreed. And for Josh, I gave him a 10 out of 10. He did good.
Yes. And next up, my introduction to Tanya Gunadi Miko Nakadai. Good grief, these are going to be tough to pronounce. Anyway, so yeah, Miko is the wild child of the human group, and she likes rock and roll, and she is best friends with Bulkhead, and she likes to get into danger, but of course she does not like for the Autobots make sure she stays out of the way. So yeah, so she doesn't get hurt, but every now and then she does get herself in danger.
Yeah, I do like her style, mostly her attitude, but I just like her and Bulkhead's friendship. That's what I like.
My favorite part in the episode, Scrap Heap, where they're hunting down Scraplets, she of course was with Bulkhead, and they're looking around, and the power went out for a sec, and then Bulkhead started screaming like a girl, and she's like, "Did you just scream like a little girl?" No. Can you talk about this later? And then at the end of the episode, she started screaming because she saw a spider, and that's where Bulkhead asked the same question.
Yeah, for Miko, I give her a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, me too. She also voiced a character I used to watch called Pencil Part-Time Hero, where she voiced Sasha.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And next up is Raphael, or Raph, voiced by Andy Pasoya.
Yeah, don't know much about his actor, but the first time I saw him was in this YouTube video with him and Josh Keaton and Steve Bloom, and they were going to this table read, not for fans, and yeah, they showed Peter Colin, Kevin Richardson, Jeffrey Combs, and the rest of the cast. Well, except Darren Norris and Frank Welker, sadly. So some people had to fill in for them.
Well, that's cool though. But yeah. I wish he did more stuff besides rap. But I like that he's he's the smallest, but he's actually very smart. He can easily hack into systems, whether it's ones on Earth or even Cybertronian tech.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he is honest with Bumblebee, which I still don't get, even the first time he met Bumblebee, he didn't understand what he's saying and stuff. I guess that's just a special bond, but I do like that he got to understand him, besides the other Autobots and stuff.
Yeah. For him, I give him also a 10 out of 10.
Alright, and break from the humans, let's get to the Decepticreeps. We're starting with the leader of the Decepticons, Megatron, voiced by All Hail Frank Welker!
Yes. It's great that him and Peter Cullen return as their, like, iconic roles from, like, G1.
I say should, because, of course that's their first ever roles, and this version of Megatron I really love. I love how it's very menacing, it's like all tyrant and stuff. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah. Also, back up a little bit, because I got kind of a little confused with your question with their first time roles. Are you just saying that for the Transformers, like, and like the franchise, or like their first roles ever? Because Frank Walker's first role ever was Fred Jones.
Oh, I meant like first Transformer roles. That's what I meant.
Okay, so you just clarified because, yeah. So the audience won't get confused, but yes, I know where you're going. Yeah. So other than returning as Megatron, he also returned as Shockwave. No, not Shockwave. Soundwave. My fault.
Well, we'll get that to in a sec, but yeah, this version of Megatron, like I said, he's a tyrant stuff, and then like he like came and says with Dark Energon, which gives him power, and then also revives the dead. And yeah, he does not like tolerate anyone, especially Starscream, because you know of his failings and stuff, and tried to become leader. But yeah, he is the most feared one ever. He's like my most favorite one besides Hugo Weaving's version and Corey Burton's version. So yeah, he's like my number one favorite Megatron.
Nah, same here. Like, yeah, this is like the fear you come out of that with Frank Walker. It's just badass. And then, yeah, I just like it overall. But now let's go into Soundwave. Like, yeah, Soundwave. Like, it's a little bit different for this version. Like especially his design.
Well, and he's also the silent type, kind of like a Slenderman kind of feel. Some fans didn't get it, but some fans that know about Slenderman saw similarities, especially with the tentacles and stuff, and his silent. But he didn't get to speak until like one episode where they captured Soundwave and like asked, like, what do you know about plants and stuff? Until like he started like erasing data, and that's where he says iconic line. His only line in the show, by the way. Soundwave's superior, Autobot inferior, and that's where he's struck down.
Damn. Sorry, Frank, but again, it was so cool that he could return as Soundwave for like just for that moment. But for both Soundwave and Megatron Infinity.
Did you know that he reappeared twice in World War II 2015 as his for a regular appearance, like from the Shadow Realm, and then later on he got upgraded with different parts from the Minicons, and then he teamed up with Steeljaw.
I did see that a little bit, and yeah.
I like it a little bit. And now to Steve Bloom as Starscream.
Ah, yes, Starscream, the rightful leader of the Decepticons, the successor until Megatron comes back. But yeah, this version of Starscream was like totally different from Tom Kenny's one from animated. I really like it. It puts more comedic effect, especially him and like Knockouts, duo. You know what I mean.
Yeah, but I love how his voice is all raspy and stuff. Well, of course, some version of Starscream is like raspy a little bit, but I do like how it plays out. It still makes him sound a little menacing, but he's still like the comedic tool of the show. But I still like this version of Starscream. Yeah. Of course, we mentioned earlier one moment is where like in his dream, like he started dancing, like shaking his butt and stuff, and Megatron saw that. He's like, "Oh man, you're in my head, aren't you?"
Yeah. I gotta say, what the design of Starscream, it's really good, but people, like, especially myself, comment on his, like, his high heels, especially. You see it too, right?
Yeah. Have you seen the YouTube video where it showed, like, their version of Starscream, Prime, animated, and a G1 one, where they, like, have their similar builds and stuff?
I did see that, yeah, it was a good video.
Yeah. And then he made a appearance in RID 2015 where he got upgraded to be similar to his G1 look.
Yeah. But again, with Steve Bloom's comedic and dark side of Starscream, he did really good. He's one of my favorites. He comes second close. First would be Tom Kenny for me always.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, anime is my number one, but like you said, Steve Bloom's my second to first, either or. But for this version of Starscream, Infinity.
What do you call it? Fresh, little experience from you. What do you think of Steve Bloom's Starscream?
Yes, it's very sinister. It's very intense, and it's everything holy that Steve Bloom is when it comes to just playing just characters that just just hardcore. Yeah, that's what I think. This adaptation of Starscream being just much more, I guess, a little bit much more just calculating, I guess, trying to become a better leader than Megatron if he can in his own way.
Yeah, and I must say, the voices, as I'm seeing it back right now, it's kind of similar to what he's for Green Goblin. If you go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, again, I give Steve Infinity in my opinion.
Yep. Alright, next up is Cosmo as Decepticon Knockout, voiced by Darren Norris.
Yes. Now, this was a real shocker, because I didn't know Darren Norris voiced him Knockout until 2020 when I found out that he voiced more iconic characters. But yeah, you don't see every day Cosmo / Timmy's dad / Jorgen voicing a Decepticon.
Yeah, and although he has voiced a Transformer before, I don't remember what his name is, but it's either Armada or Cybertron, I can't remember.
Oh, no, it was actually a Robot's Disguise, 2001. And what's so funny is that Steve Bloom and Darren Norris were in that show together. Darren Norris played this character named Heavy-Low, while Steve Bloom played this character that was Starscream. His name was Darkscream.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so yeah, this version, well, not this version, this is the only time, Knockout has ever appeared in a Transformers show. I don't know if he'll appear in anything else. Also, Blitz, are you familiar with, RED Transformer figures, where it's Transformers Prime and all that?
Yes, I am.
A few days ago, a mom found a Knockout figure, from Walmart in the clearance aisle, and now I own one.
Yeah, but going back with Knockouts, he's one of my favorite Decepticons that turned into an Autobot during the end of the movie. But while he was still a Decepticon, I just those moments with him and Starscream, just them fighting each other with words, or just constantly fighting, and then just having them funny moments. I especially like the moment where they're running from the zombie breakdown.
Oh yeah, and then the other zombie Decepticons that well, they're the ones that cause it because they're messing with Dark Energon and trying to experiment on breakdown and stuff, so that ended up and then he said, "Aim for the head. How do you know? I watched zombie human films. I drive in theaters."
Yeah. What else? I know there was some behind the scenes with this. Hold on. Oh yeah, so I saw this video years ago where Steve Bloom was talking about some Transformers Prime shenanigans, and one time during a recording, Darren Norris, for some reason, he had a string cheese. I don't know, he put it up his nose or something, and that made Steve Bloom laugh while voicing Starscream.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot goes on, especially what Kevin did. I don't know what he did, but it made the entire cast laugh during their lines too.
I wish I found out and saw a video of it. That would have been fun to see.
Yeah, but during Knockouts and Starscream, it's time together, bonding as frenemies in a way, as I would say. It's
sure, yeah, you can say that.
And I'm not against this, but I see people ship them a lot. I have nothing against this, but what do you think in your opinion?
No. Especially the fact that he betrayed him.
No, I know that, but I'm damn, the people wish. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, Darren, my first interaction with him was, of course, the Fair Parents in it for live action. It was Big Time Rush, but yeah, great actor and a voice actor as well. So yeah, I give him affinity.
Me too. Alright, next up is
what? Hold hold on for a second. Fresh, what is your opinion about Knockout?
Yeah, very comedic, as much as Darren's roles often go.
Okay, I was just asking for your side, but anyways, go ahead, Christian.
Next up is the human that gave Autobots their home base, which used to be a military base, Agent Fowler, voiced by Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, Ernie is a very good actor. He's a legendary actor, not from voice acting, but live action work.
Like, what else has he done?
So, if I am correct, yeah. Sorry, go back here. Ernie Hudson. Oh yes. So yeah, he was part of the Ghostbuster films.
Oh, I did not know that.
Very famous, like especially with the OGs. And yeah, this was my true introduction to Transformers Prime. And then Agent Fowler, yeah, he could be reasonable at times. He could be a little bit iffy, but he's still reasonable.
Yeah, a funny part, one of the parts of Dark Star Rising, he got captured and Starscream was like torturing with Energon, and then he got all loopy, and he starts saying some random stuff like, "Banana fish!" and like, something like that. He said, "Yeah!" You can tell that he's having fun with that. And then, an episode, Knockout captured Ancient Fowler and Mrs. Oh, frick, Mom's coming. Be right back.
So since we have time, so Fresh, for your opinion, before Christian comes back, so what is your opinion with the other cast members that we talked about right now? So one by one. Okay, starting with Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, your overall opinion, your interest of Optimus.
Well, yeah, just the one true Optimus Prime.
And then, okay, with Bulkhead, with Kevin's version, with other than Bill's, what do you think of his?
I kind of like his, the most.
What does his version have that Bill doesn't have? Just explain that.
Just more competence, much more like a hardcore badass.
Yes. And let's see here. And then with Will Friedle's Bumblebee, what do you think?
Yeah, it really does kind of stick out with him being the youngest, the baby of the Transformers, and to actually get his voice for when he got his voice back. If I remember him saying that, gained it back, when he had his first words and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yes. And then of course, with the GOAT, Frank Welker, what do you think of his Megatron overall?
Well, yeah, it's just as important as what you guys said. These are their timeless honor roles that they just earn, and they own it to a T. It's their go-to characters.
Yes, and as I was saying before with Fred Jones. That's actually a true fact, because I watched his interview with Frank Welker years ago, back in 2021, where he was talking about before he did voice work, he would do voice commercials, and then Fred was his first ever voice role.
Well, yes, I did know about that a long time ago.
Oh yeah, and then you can stop recording.
On.
Okay, so where was I with Agent Fowler?
Oh, you're just giving your opinion about how you think as a character.
Oh yeah, he's alright and stuff. He's pretty hilarious at times. Oh yeah, he and Miss Darby got kidnapped by Knockout, and he also has DNA of Predaking and is on the way to back the ship, and they're arguing each other, they should wait for Optimus and stuff. And then Knockout's like, "Hello, how long have you been dating? Because you took out a married couple." And then they're like, "We're not married." He finds interfacing. I guess he saw only feels something about mating and stuff, and that's where he cringed a little.
Yeah, but for Fowler, I'll give him a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, and since I was talking about Mrs. Darby, let's talk about her, since she is Jack's mother. A sad thing is, I found out I don't know what year it was. That she passed away.
Yeah, 2020, where her actor Marky Post sadly passed away. And what was cool, was that she was in the original Night Court show.
I did not No, wait. Was she, what do you call it?
That blonde.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I just got watching Night Court, so I didn't put two and two together. But anyway, the reason I knew that she died, because, like, I saw the video I was talking about when they got kidnapped. I saw in the comments, like, rest in peace to the actress that was like, wait, she died? And then they explained how she dies, like, wow. But yeah, even though Mrs. Darby, or June, whatever you want to call her, is a little bit overprotective, she is still a good mother.
Yes. Just want to make sure that her son's like safe at all times. And yeah, this wants the best for him and all. But yeah, I gave her a 10 out of 10.
Yes. And now for the evil human, Silas, voiced by Clancy Brown.
Okay, now, he was like one of the most fucked up and messed up, like, villains of all time. First, he tries to, be the apostle for Optimus Prime. Then he, apparently he gets to get injured. Then takes away a Decepticon body, makes it his own, and it becomes a zombie. How fucked up is that?
Yeah, he got messed up the most. Like, he got scarred, stitched up, whatever. And yeah, that's just oof.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I do like Clancy's performance as Silas, and was he in Transformers cartoon or show, whatever, before Silas?
I don't think so. No. I don't think he was, because I think this is the first time he's in the Transformers franchise. But overall, I think this character, he's a little iffy here and there, especially about his story and all that, and why he hates the Autobots. I just give him, the character 5 out of 10, but for Clancy's performance, a 10 out of 10.
2, and then Clancy Infinity, because Clancy Brown is the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's also the crab, but that's not the point.
Next up, we got Shockwave, voiced by David Sobolov.
This is by far the most impressive, most iconic Shockwave ever. Even though Corey Byrne is like my other favorite for Transformers anime, I do like, and the G1. But this one, chef's kiss. The voice, the design, the personality, it just makes him so awesome.
Agreed. This was my second introduction to him. The first one, actually no, this was technically my first, along with regular show, where David Sobolov plays this character named Dale.
Yeah, this was my only introduction to Dave Sobolov. I forgot what else I got introduced to him is, but this was my most known one.
What about Ben 10 Reboot as Upgrade?
Well, that was my second, because, this was before Ben 10 Reboot.
Alright, fair enough. But yeah, I do agree with your statements, yes. This design, and then, the voice itself, because usually Shockwave's played by, an elegant, kind of accent voice, but with the deep voice David gave, it was really nice.
Yeah, Corey's my second favorite, and David is my number one favorite. As he should voice him more, give him that voice again. But I do like some other iterations. But again, David is top notch. I give him Infinity in a million.
I give him Infinity as well. Next up, we got Smokescreen, voiced by Nolan North.
This was my introduction to Smokescreen and a little bit of Nolan North. Besides Deadpool, of course. But yeah, Smokescreen. How can I put it? It's kind of like Sideswipe from RID in a way, and Blur from Rescue Bots.
That is true. Yeah, he's just that cool Autobots, but Volkai couldn't stand him at first because he thought he was kind of a joke.
Yeah, but he can be serious at times, and he can follow the rules at one point, and yeah, he almost got kicked out, but Atreus still let him stay. But he is the one that revived Atreus and upgraded him with the hammer that would fix the luck and whatever. But yeah, and he's also with another Autobot, which we'll mention in a little bit. But yeah, Smokescreen here, he should appear in other things. He didn't even appear in Bayverse. He only got a toy, which is a redeco of Jazz, but I still like this version of Smokescreen. And the fact that Nolan North voiced him was perfect, both 10 out of 10.
Same here, and my introduction to Mr. Nolan was Young Justice, where he plays Superman and Superboy.
Right, I forgot that's my other introduction.
Yeah, but Nolan, he did really cool for a cool Autobot like Smokescreen. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for me too. Alright.
Next up is Ultra Magnus.
Oh my. Get it, but yeah, Ultra Magnus, like, no, wait, you said Ultra Magnus, right?
Yes, Ultra Magnus, not Alpha Trion.
No, okay, my fault. But I was really surprised he was voiced by, like, Michael Ironside. Like, he's one of the voices of, like, Darkseid.
Yeah, but he still did pretty good. I like his serious tone and stuff. My introduction to Ultra Magnus was first animated and then the G1, which I like all of them, but if I had to pick, it would be a mix between Prime and a little bit of G1.
For me, it will be animated. I just like how Jeff Bennett played Ultra Magnus.
Me too. But yeah, Michael Ironside's Ultra, he's like, or the leader of the Autobot. Well, not leader, but per se. I mean, he, like, filled it in with the leader until, like, Andres came back, is now, like, kind of like the commander or whatever, but I still like this, version, and I also used to have a mini version of him, but I lost him. So, yeah, I would love to have a toy of him again. Like any other Ultra Magnus, but yeah. Michael Jeff Bennett and the guy that voiced him in G1, a movie, yeah, those are my favorites. But for this one, 10 out of 10.
Same. And now we could go to Alphatron, voiced by George 2K. Oh my. Yeah, for George, my introduction to him was Adventure Time and Superhero Squad.
I forget what is my true introduction, but I would say... Wait, was he in Transformers Animated, or is that someone else?
Yeah, he played Prowl's, like, mentor.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then, and live action...
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't you get introduced to him in the Adam Sandler, like, movie?
Yes, don't mess with the Zohan. Hello, stranger.
I gotta say, George is a good actor, especially his cool voice.
Yeah, everyone liked his voice, but what I didn't know about him until I found out, like, years later that he's gay, which I'm not against, but I just didn't know that he was gay at the time.
But, anyways... This version of Alphatron, yeah, bears comparison to Phil Lamar's one from Transformers Animated. I like both. I like George's version. I just like it. I just give it a 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
I never seen an episode with him in it, but he's just like a spirit and stuff. Like, it's not like physical and stuff. My other introduction to Alpha was in a G1 cartoon, which I saw on VHS, where they first bring out the Stunticons and the Aerial Bots.
Yeah.
So yeah, for this one, I would say 9 out of 10, since I still haven't seen an episode with him in it.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway, next up is Wheeljack.
That's really, really nice, but and also, yeah, I gotta say, has to be one of my favorite versions of Wheeljack. I just like the design, but what I didn't like is what they kind of did to him. Yeah, I didn't see the full movie yet, sorry for any... Yeah, I didn't see Rise of the Beast yet, like the full thing, but I just hype.
I agree. I don't like that they downgraded him to, I don't know why they even did it in the first place. That's just wrong, but I prefer the G1-esque type of look, but what I also don't like is the Dark of the Moon version where he's just like a bald, glasses old man called Q.
But what I was so shocked about his actor, like James Horan,
yeah.
He plays two like iconic characters. Scar for like the Disney video games whenever Jim or Jimmy Irons are like unavailable, and was he Dr. Cockroach for like the Monsters vs. Aliens shorts or video games.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, Wheeljack is Bulkhead's old friend. He's also part of the Wreckers, and his first appearance, a Decepticon that didn't really show his face called Makeshift pretended to be him, which also voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, until the real one came out and like kicked his butt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still like this version of Wheeljack Infinity.
Exactly. Next up, oh, God rest his soul. Yes, Cliff Jumper.
Yep. And his first appearance, I mentioned earlier, he did get killed by Starscream, but what was shocking that I didn't know, that the first time he appeared is voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Christian, it's a rock! I love this rock. Oh man. But my introduction to Dwayne was the Tooth Fairy.
And me too, and Game Plan.
Yeah, good ones. Yeah, I I gotta say, for the first voice for Cliff Jumper, he actually did good. I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know why they picked him specifically, but I still like how he did it. The fact that this is only time voicing in Transformers.
But I must say, the actor that took over for Dwayne was his name, Billy Brown. He did really good.
Yeah, I forgot what other episode they appeared in, but I do remember that had something to do with him, RC, and Shockwave.
It's been a while, but again, with Cliff Jumpers, like him dying and then becoming a zombie, this is how Breakdown kind of went with, you know how it goes, but I just hate when that kind of happens to poor Autobots or anything like that. But Cliff
and
Jumper,
fun fact, Cliff Jumper was my first ever Transformers Prime toy until I broke him.
It's okay, but we all been there, yeah. I remember my first Transformers toy. Oh, the times went. But yeah, Cliff Jumper, very good Autobots, and I give her affinity.
Yeah. Alright, next up is, we've been mentioning him a lot, Breakdown. I did get to him at G1, but this is my first ever known one, because this is one I recognize the most.
Yeah, and then his actor, Adam Baldwin, he's played some characters, in Justice League Unlimited, he plays Green Lantern Hal Jordan. In Superman Doomsday, he plays Superman. Young Justice League, he plays Parasite, and he plays Superman again in DC Universe Online. Fun fact, I actually saw that behind the scenes with him, Mark Hamill, and recipes to Arlene Sorkin when they were recording their voices.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Breakdown went through hell. He'd been experimenting on Cyrus, he lost his right eye, he'd been tortured, he'd been blown to bits, he'd been used as, a body thing, and he turned to a zombie. Yeah, he's been done dirty the most, honestly.
Yeah. It's not. Again, despite him being a Decepticon, you do have to kill that man.
Yeah, I wish he came back, but may he rest in peace, or someone say pieces, because that's where he was. But anyway, I still like this version of Breakdown, and Adam Baldwin did pretty good. I give him a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, same.
Alright, next up is Hard Shell and an Insecticon, voiced by David Kaye.
Oh no, Optimus and Megatron came back. Yeah, that's surprising. David Kaye, you saw his performance once, he actually did really good.
Yeah, I like how his design is. I like that screech that he and the other Insecticons do. I can't do it, but it's kind of like a Halloween type of sound. I don't know how to describe it.
That's okay, but for him, I gave him a 10 out of 10.
Me too. Alright, next up is RC's arch rival, Arachnid.
Yeah.
It took me this long, of course, until I got older, that her name is a combination of two things. Air, because, Eric, because she transforms to a helicopter, which is strange, and Arachnid, because, she's a spider. And there's not much better origins. We don't know if she used to be Elita 1, like in Transformers Animated, but for now, that she's just called Arachnid. But her performance, actor Gina Torres, she did pretty good.
Oh, whoa, I forgot about this. See, Gina, the actor, she's actually married to Lawrence Fishburne. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool, because I was searching some fun facts, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. She also played Vixen in Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually did not know that. Oh, wait. Okay, now that you said that, I can hear it in my head. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, yeah, the reason RC hates Arachnid, like I mentioned before, she killed her partner and then she tortured her. So that's where they came arch rivals, which makes sense. And plus, they're both female, both about the same size, except she is taller, but yeah, she's still pretty dope in some ways. She also turned to a Predacon herself, because now she has a ton thing where she used to kill Breakdown and other Decepticons.
Yeah, for her, I give her a 9 out of 10, just in my opinion.
Yep. Now, before we get to Dreadwing, let's talk about his brother Skyquake, revived by Megatron.
Yeah, Skyquake. I was very shocked about the actor that played him. Yeah, Richard Green. Yeah, the voice of Ben Mummy from Ben 10.
Yeah, which actually was his first ever, only time being in Ben 10, and the fact that this was his only time being in Transformers Prime, or has he voiced someone else in Transformers Prime besides Skyquake?
No, Skyquake was the only one he voiced, because other characters he has played. Yeah, he was in the Ant Bully. Surprisingly, he played the Wasp leader. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and the Batman. He played Hugo Strange and Toyman.
Oh yeah, he was the second voice for Hugo, because the original actor that played him the first time passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace. But Richard's performance as Skyquake, I gotta say, I just looked at the design overall.
Yeah, but not as iconic. Well, for Skyquake, first he got killed, then an episode later that he turned to a zombie, yeah, it's a whole other thing. Involved the humans, his arm and stuff, whatever. But yeah, for Skyquake, even though he appeared momentarily, I give him an 8. Now for his brother Dreadwing, now he came the replacement basically for Breakdown.
Yeah, and Jedwig was voiced by the Candyman, and not the one from the Vans. Sorry for that joke. Yes, Tony Todd.
Yep. This was my second introduction to Tony Todd. The other was The Fallen, and the fact that he returned a voice Transformers franchise, that's pretty awesome. He voiced it really good.
Yeah, I'll give him I thought it was
unfortunately, later in the episode, it's about to kill Starscream until Megatron killed him back.
And what do you call it? Fun fact, in the Transformers Prime video game, when Tony was unavailable, Fred Tedestor took over.
Oh, I did not know that. Of course, I actually played it twice, but yeah, he's a tough boss, but yeah, I still enjoy playing the game twice.
And yeah, for Dreadwig, I give him Infinity.
Of course. What else? Oh yeah, of course, Unicron.
Yeah, this version was quite different because of the design, especially, and how he was formed.
Yeah, some fans don't like it because the fact that he's part of Earth and makes himself into rocks and stuff, but it's a mix here and there. But I prefer that he's a separate planet, like they did in G1. That's what I prefer.
Yeah, true. For him, I give him I'll be nice here, 6 out of 10.
Yeah, John Noble voiced him. He did alright, but I still prefer the G1 version. A rest in peace to the guy that voiced him, because that guy that was his last role and stuff, so you have to get credit for that. Yeah, and the last character we'll talk about is none other than the Predaking.
Yeah, I gotta say.
In the G1 cartoon, I found out that he's a combination of different Predacons, so he's a combiner, but in this one, he's just a full-fledged character, which I actually like. And in this one, he's a dragon.
Yeah.
I still find pretty awesome, though. And the guy, I don't know him, but Peter Mensah, he did pretty dope as Predaking.
Yes, indeed, he did. I gave him a 10 out of 10. Let's try again.
And Infinity. And that's it.
And final thoughts.